Yo, good morning YouTube. It's leg day and it's Sunday. It's the day of the Lord. I got a pretty good breakfast this morning. I got some egg white pancakes, avocado toast, and a banana. I'm off till Wednesday. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna eat, sleep, and train. That's what I'm gonna do. Honestly, something I want to talk about, putting your ego aside. I used to have a big ego. I thought I was like the toughest dude, walking around, big head, big ego. And honestly, it never got me anywhere, If anything, it made things worse in my life. Probably. It definitely did. Having no ego and treating people fairly and the same is a beautiful thing. Having an ego is ugly. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes someone with an ego. And I've learned to completely get rid of my ego, because ego will get you killed. Get rid of your ego. If you have an ego, it keeps you blind, to your weaknesses, and what you need to work on and what you struggle with, right? Because having an ego just basically means that you just ignore all your weaknesses and you think that you're like the best at everything and anything. And you can never improve your weaknesses and work on them if you have an ego, right? My ego used to run my life, It made me compare myself to other people and feel like, I had to look strong or be strong even when I wasn't, or be tough, be that tough guy, People always know that one guy that thinks he's like the toughest guy. I was that guy for sure. I can admit it, but I'm not anymore. And the man I'm becoming now doesn't need an ego, right? I don't need an ego anymore. And once I realized that, man, my life has changed drastically. What I need right now, as a man I'm becoming, is I just need to be honest with myself, have the discipline to keep doing what I'm doing, and, keep chasing my dream and having that purpose, right? That's all I need right now. That's all I'll ever need, I feel like. That's all I'll ever need. Today's leg day. I'm going to head to church after I eat this. And then I'll see you guys later for leg day. Peace.
They say the greatest achievement of somebody comes right after their worst defeat. When they've hit rock bottom, hit the bottom of the barrel, they got nothing left. Everyone's given up on them. They've lost all their worldly possessions. They're dead broke on their back. It's at that point, guys, when everything's lost, that everything can be gained.
This is the comeback. Maybe you're in a rut, maybe you've just experienced failure, or maybe you're just lost. But this is the part in your story where the momentum shifts. This is where you find the drive that you've been looking for. It is now. This is the start of your comeback. The vision that you have for your future, everything you so desire, is begging you to pick yourself up and begin your journey. Because the window is closing, and if you pass this one up, you very well may solidify your eternal existence within the dreadful cycle of stagnation.
Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
Do you actually want to do this or not? Do you actually want to do this or not? Because if you actually want to do it, what's going to stop you? Nothing. And if you don't really want to do it, what's going to stop you? Just about anything that comes up. Just about any obstacle that gets in your way becomes an excuse. It becomes a reason. It becomes a rationale for not proceeding down that path.
People think that you should be weak and you should be docile and then you should be a pacifist. He goes, no, you should be a monster. He said you should be a monster. You should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It can mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It can mean freezing on a park bench. It can mean jail. It can mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, or how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and it will be better than anything you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way.
I said, I'm tired of feeling the way I feel every day. I'm tired of how I feel. I'm tired of lying to myself, lying to people, and just being some piece of shit. And I always knew in the back of my mind I could be something special, but I knew the work it was gonna take was gonna kill me. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of the brutality and the suffering I was gonna have to endure. But I knew I could do something. But I'm like, I ain't trying to do that kind of work, man. I'm just not trying to do that. So I chose the path of least resistance.
You know, the things in life that are most valuable, most desired upon, are things you can't buy, but every motherfucker can earn, if they want them bad enough. Do you? You know you can do it. You're standing in your own fucking way. And why don't you stop being that guy? That girl? Why don't you for once believe in the person you always knew you could be? Just fucking become it. Every time you feel a cry, pain, a tear, a strain, a muscle cramp, know you're getting closer. And it's what they grasp.
When the alarm clock goes off in the morning, get up. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. When the alarm clock goes off in the morning, get up.
3 months. October, November, December. You've got 3 months left in the year and you have one of two choices. You can do what you've been doing year after year after year after year, which is literally nothing until January 1st when you have a spurt of motivation and you decide that you're going to change your entire being, and then you do it for 2 weeks and then those goals are never seen or heard of again. Or you can see the opportunity in front of you and take the next 3 months and commit to the actions that are going to produce that version of yourself. So that on January 1st, you're not sitting there looking in the mirror, disgusted and disappointed with who you've been and the fact that you've repeated this cycle over and over and over again. You can instead be proud of the fact that you took the initiative to change your actions before everyone said it was acceptable to do so. On January 1st, do you want to feel like you have to change your entire life again, or do you want to feel that you can just keep on doing what you're doing?
At the beginning of the year, a lot of you had goals, ambition, a lot of drive, a lot of motivation. Well, it's Easter. It's the middle of April. When I navigate, I put backstops out there to make sure I don't get too far off course. I put those backstops in my personal life to make sure I don't get too far away from my goals and my dreams. A lot of you aren't proud of who you are. You don't like the person you created. Do what I did. Start from scratch. Create somebody that you're proud of. Stay hard.
Act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional. Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you. When your brain sees you high-fiving yourself in the mirror, it starts to go, oh, wait a minute. Steven loves himself. Steven's cheering for himself. We don't beat Steven up.
What the fuck is your life? Are you happy with it? And if so, it's just the intake and outtake of breath that makes you put a smile on your face? That's something your fucking mother gave you. You haven't earned that. What have you done with your life to make it something else besides the normality of everybody else? The intake and the outtake of what you call life is nothing more than time. And unless done something with, it's forgotten about. There's no footprint of your existence left for anyone else to follow. Life is time. And a life that's remembered, where a footprint is followed behind in footsteps of inspiration and motivation, is when time is met with opportunity and action. They collide to be a life of remembrance. The problem is, most people don't have a plan. And without a plan of your own life, you become the plan of someone else's life. You're not running the day. The day's running you. The differential between those people is belief. One person with belief overrides 100 people with just intent. Intent is thought process, thinking, wargaming it, never putting a foot forward, never putting their face or their name to the fire. Belief is going after and figuring it out along the way. This workout is going to bring that belief back in your life. It's a back workout. And after this workout, not only will you have a stronger back, you have belief and confidence put into action. Life. No longer is your life filled with stop signs and yield signs and halts and this shit and fucking unauthorized motherfucking signs. Life begins now. If it doesn't begin now, your life is fucking over.
I became the most obsessed person on the planet Earth. And I was basically, I had to invent a guy that didn't exist. I had to invent a guy that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment.
I feel it deeper than it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deeper than it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become.
You know, I was just thinking, there was a guy in there working out. When I was working out, he was hitting legs too. But, you know, back to what I was saying earlier, like ego, right? Ego lifting is a thing too. You know, the guy put on 3 plates, right, on the bar for squats. And he was doing like 1 rep or even a half a rep, not even a full rep. And, you know, I'm not hating on the guy. You know, people can work out how they want to work out or do whatever they want to do in the gym, right? But the reality is that you're not going to gain size or mass or strength if you ego lift and put a ton of weight on the bar and do a half rep or 1 rep, you know? You're going to gain size by doing full range of motion, you know, depth, you know, getting deep in your squats like I was in my video. And I was doing 135, you know, 10 to 12, but I was getting deep and I was focusing on the muscle contraction. You know, I wasn't ego lifting and putting on the heaviest weight possible and not even working the muscle. But again, I'm not hating on the guy. People can work out however they want to work out. But just the reality is that you're not going to put on size or mass, you know, ego lifting and doing 1 rep for heavyweight. Like, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen, you know. But that's just my little thing, you know. That's just I was just trying to relate to what I was talking to earlier about ego lifting. So don't ego lift. You know, you can get super injured and hurt, and it's not worth it. All right, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.